Before time, before space, there was absolute silence, an infinite void waiting for the moment of creation. Then, in a single heartbeat, the Big Bang, a blinding explosion that birthed our entire universe. For eons, the cosmos was a sea of darkness, just vast clouds of gas drifting through the cold abyss. Until gravity took hold, the first stars ignited, tearing through the dark and lighting up the heavens. These stars gathered by the billions, swirling into a majestic spiral. Our galaxy, the Milky Way, was born. In a dusty corner of this galaxy, a nebula collapsed, a spinning disk of matter destined to become our home. The center ignited with nuclear fire. Our sun came to life, commanding the chaos around it. Violence followed. Dust turned to rock, rock to planetoids, smashing together in a brutal game of survival. From the debris rose a ball of fire, a molten volcanic nightmare, the planet Earth. Witness the beginning of everything. This is the 4.6 billion year journey. Welcome to Cosmic Origins.
Before galaxies formed or time began, a silent void waited beyond imagination's reach. A shimmering singularity appeared, holding all cosmic energy within a point smaller than sand. Space-time twisted violently around it, bending reality as quantum tension grew unbearable. Then creation erupted. Space expanded outward faster than light, igniting existence in radiant fire. Inflation roared, stretching newborn space-time into a vast glowing sphere of possibility. As expansion eased, quark-gluon plasma churned like a molten cosmic ocean of heat. Quarks locked together, forming protons and neutrons in bursts of brilliant particle light. Hydrogen and helium nuclei emerged, shaping the universe's first simple atoms within glowing plasma. We drift through a storm of particles and radiation, the young cosmos alive with motion. Light scattered endlessly through dense plasma, trapped within a shimmering haze unable to escape. Electrons whirled chaotically around nuclei, creating a glowing ocean where photons wandered aimlessly. Cooling continued, atoms captured electrons, and the universal fog slowly began to thin. Suddenly, photons broke free, releasing the universe's first light across expanding space. That ancient glow remains, the cosmic microwave background, a silent map of early creation. Gravity shaped faint ripples in matter, carving patterns that would guide cosmic structure. Hydrogen clouds drifted across vast distances, stretching into elegant wisps of primordial gas. Clouds collapsed inward, building immense pressure that foreshadowed the universe's first nuclear fire. The first stars ignited brilliantly, piercing darkness with blue-white bursts of cosmic light. A wave of starlight spread outward, transforming darkness into a universe waking to illumination. Galaxies formed as swirling storms of stars, rotating into the grand spirals we know. The cosmic web emerged, filaments of galaxies stretching like glowing neural pathways across eternity. Supernovae erupted violently, scattering heavy elements into nebulae of color and creation. Carbon, oxygen, and iron drifted through cosmic dust, becoming the seeds of future worlds. Galaxies danced across darkness, their luminous arcs painting the canvas of deep space. Within star-forming nebulae, spiraling gas collapsed into clusters of radiant newborn protostars. Around young stars, dust gathered into spinning disks where planets slowly began to form. Rocky worlds condensed from stardust, settling into silent orbits destined to cradle life. We zoom out to billions of galaxies shimmering, a vast ocean of infinite starlight. Gentle cosmic winds carry drifting stardust, the raw material for life's future story. We float into infinity, remembering we are stardust, the universe slowly becoming aware of itself.
For nearly 400 million years, the cosmos was a silent, pitch-black ocean of hydrogen fog, the cosmic dark ages. But in the deep dark, gravity was waking up. It began to pull the gas together, tighter and tighter, until...
In the beginning, darkness ruled, a silent universe where only thin primordial hydrogen drifted endlessly. Cooling gas stretched across cosmic distances, forming a dim ocean awaiting the universe's first awakening. Gravity whispered through emptiness, pulling scattered particles into delicate strands, shaping the earliest cosmic web. We drift through this ancient void, like travelers suspended in time, witnessing creation preparing to bloom. Dense pockets of gas emerged, glowing faintly as hidden gravity wells pulled hydrogen toward their deep centers. Inside collapsing clouds, temperatures soared and atoms collided violently, building pressure for something extraordinary. At last, the threshold broke. Hydrogen fused, releasing a brilliant burst of nuclear fire within darkness. The first star ignited, flooding the cosmic night with blue-white radiance unseen since time began. More stars awakened nearby, their ultraviolet light clearing ancient fog and revealing hidden cosmic structures. We glide through stellar nurseries where unstable giants burn fiercely, shaping their turbulent surroundings with light. Massive stars swelled and pulsed, forging new elements within cores pressed by unimaginable cosmic pressure. Some collapsed entirely, exploding outward as supernovas that scattered heavy elements across newborn space. Stardust drifted from these explosions, glittering like cosmic gold, future seeds of planets and oceans. Shockwaves raced through nearby gas clouds, collapsing them further and igniting new generations of young stars. Across immense regions, countless stars ignited in succession, carving away darkness and reshaping the universe. Gravity gathered these stars into vast clusters, swirling elegantly amid glowing dust illuminated by their brilliance. We orbit a developing spiral as its dense center twists, bending light around a rising galactic core. Early galaxies formed, chaotic, luminous islands spinning through vast darkness, each holding thousands of newborn suns. One immense proto-galaxy blazed brightest, its core alive with millions of competing stellar giants. We pass through turbulent star-forming regions filled with blue giants, red protostars, and glowing nebula storms. Elements forged in stellar furnaces floated through space, illuminated softly: carbon, oxygen, iron, and the seeds of life. A young galaxy extended elegant spiral arms, glowing like cosmic rivers flowing across the expanding universe. Nearby galaxies drifted together and collided slowly, performing a gravitational ballet untouched by stellar destruction. Clusters of galaxies assembled, guided by invisible dark matter, shaping their motion across cosmic time. We follow the cosmic web, filaments glowing, voids expanding, revealing structure stretching billions of light years. Early galaxies continued brightening the universe, replacing ancient darkness with sweeping seas of starlight. A grand pullback reveals hundreds, then thousands of galaxies, painting existence with patterns of glowing light. The universe enters its cosmic dawn, newborn stars illuminating infinity with radiant waves of spreading brilliance. Stardust from ancient supernovas drifts gently, raw material destined to build worlds, oceans, and future life. As we drift outward, we remember, every one of us is shaped from starlight, the universe becoming aware of itself.
One by one, the lights turned on. But these ancient stars did not wander alone. Gravity, the great sculptor of the universe, began to shepherd them. It drew billions of stars into a massive cosmic dance, creating the first island cities of the universe. Darkness softens as faint ancient starlight flickers through drifting gas, revealing a universe preparing to awaken. Hydrogen and helium stretch across space like pale cosmic rivers, waiting for gravity to sculpt their destiny. We drift through newborn star fields as gravity begins shaping subtle patterns across the early cosmic sea. Tiny dark matter clumps bend surrounding gas, forming glowing knots, quiet seeds of future galactic structure. Swirling clouds gather chaotically, rough sketches of galaxies yet to be, held together by delicate cosmic balance. Through scattered ancient stars we travel, drifting like lanterns across an immense and lonely primordial void. Proto-galaxies accelerate toward one another, drawn by invisible gravitational threads tightening across expanding space. Stars pass through unharmed as gas clouds collide violently, igniting brilliant waves of newborn star formation. Shock waves ripple through merging clouds, triggering bursts of blue starlight erupting across vast cosmic regions. Multiple mergers unfold in grand choreography, sculpting a larger, more intricate galactic core from chaos. Dust and gas spiral inward as gravity shapes a rotating mass of stars expanding through the newborn galaxy. A rough galactic form begins flattening, spinning faster as angular momentum pulls the structure into a disk. Stars settle into a broad circular plane, while others drift upward into the halo surrounding the forming galaxy. Inside glowing stellar nurseries, tendrils of gas condense into bright clusters, giving birth to new generations. Blue-white stars illuminate the dusty disk, revealing emerging symmetry across the galaxy's vast spinning form. Older stars drift outward into a quiet halo, creating a spherical shell that surrounds the bright young disk. We descend toward the galactic center, where matter spirals inward, accelerating toward a deep gravitational well. A supermassive black hole forms, warping starlight around its silhouette as radiant energy flares from its edge. Stars orbit the black hole in luminous arcs, creating a swirling heart that anchors the galaxy's structure. The central bulge brightens with millions of stars, revealing a dense and ancient core shaping the Milky Way. Spiral arms begin tracing outward, soft glowing ribbons sculpted by density waves stretching across the rotating disk. These arms sharpen into sweeping spirals filled with nebulae, star-forming regions, and radiant clusters of light. We glide through a spiral arm, passing glittering stars, dark dust lanes, and pink clouds of glowing hydrogen. Young stars the size of our future sun shimmer among dense regions, marking early seeds of coming planetary systems. A wide shot reveals the Milky Way fully unfurled, an immense spiral spanning over 100,000 light-years. We drift farther back, witnessing halos, globular clusters, and ancient stellar streams orbiting the galactic disk. The Milky Way rotates gracefully in darkness, a luminous island set against a backdrop of countless distant galaxies. Dust from ancient mergers drifts quietly as the galaxy shimmers beyond, holding memories of cosmic ages past. Stars gleam across vast spiral arms as the camera retreats, revealing the Milky Way as a breathtaking living whole. Beyond the glowing disk, darkness settles. Text appears. We are the Milky Way made conscious, born from starlight.
Within a quiet spiral arm of the Milky Way, change was coming, not on a galactic scale, but a local one. A vast, cold nebula of dust and gas drifted in silence, unstable, waiting for a single trigger to begin everything.
Long before our sun existed, a cold, dark molecular cloud floated silently in a distant galactic arm. A faint sprinkle of starlight brushed its surface, while deep inside, gravity waited patiently in silence.
A distant shockwave rippled through the cloud, setting dust and gas trembling as turbulence slowly awakened. The cloud began collapsing inward, spiraling as dust grains whipped past like sparks in a rising storm. Gravity tightened its grip, pulling matter toward a dense rotating center that glowed faintly with trapped heat. We drift inside the collapsing nebula, watching billions of particles swirl inward toward a brightening embryonic core. At the center, pressure mounted until the growing mass flashed white-hot, hinting at the star to come. In a blinding moment, nuclear fusion ignited. Hydrogen fused into helium and a roaring proto-sun was born. The newborn sun hurled light and wind outward, carving bright corridors through surrounding dust and gas. A vast accretion disk unfurled around it, spiraling bands of gold, red, and blue dust in motion. Within this spinning disk, tiny grains collided and stuck, forming clusters drifting through warm eddies of gas. Pebbles grew into rocks, rocks into boulders, and boulders into mountain-sized planetesimals, crashing and merging violently. We weave between these tumbling bodies as collisions reshape them into glowing protoplanets, scarred yet growing steadily. In the inner disk, intense heat stripped away ices, leaving rock and metal to build small, dense worlds. Farther from the sun, colder regions allowed ice to accumulate, assembling thick layers around massive planetary cores. Jupiter swelled into a giant, its gravity carving dark gaps through the disk like a churning cosmic engine. Saturn followed, its emerging rings shimmering as icy particles danced in graceful arcs around the young planet. Beyond them, Uranus and Neptune gathered frozen material in the distant dark, claiming their places in the outer system. Closer in, a molten proto-Earth spun violently as meteoroids rained across its glowing red-hot surface in relentless bombardment. A Mars-sized body slammed into proto-Earth, ejecting searing debris that spread into a brilliant ring of rock. Within that ring, fragments slowly coalesced into a glowing sphere, the early moon taking shape above the young Earth. Solar winds swept through the forming system, clearing leftover dust and sculpting the elegant curves of planetary orbits. Planets settled into stable paths, their early atmospheres shimmering under newborn sunlight as the chaos finally slowly subsided. An asteroid belt remained as scattered building blocks between Mars and Jupiter, remnants that never formed a planet. Far beyond Neptune, icy bodies drifted silently through the Kuiper Belt, preserving the ancient history of the disk. A sweeping wide shot reveals the full architecture of the young solar system, newly cleared and shining in space. The sun now burns steadily at its heart, while planets circle like dancers around a radiant cosmic stage. We pull back farther, seeing the solar system as a delicate, glowing structure suspended in quiet galactic night. From dust and fire came harmony, an arrangement of worlds capable of oceans, atmospheres, memory, and eventually life itself. As we fade into starlit darkness, we remember, we are children of this system, born from its stardust.
The center of the disk grew denser, hotter. The pressure became unimaginable. Matter was crushed until atoms fused together. The dark heart of the nebula was about to ignite and change our destiny forever. Before Earth existed, a massive molecular cloud drifted in darkness, waiting quietly for its destiny. A distant supernova sent a shockwave rippling through the mist, stirring instability across the sleeping cloud. Gravity tightened its ancient grip, pulling sheets of gas inward as the entire cloud began to rotate. We drift through spiraling currents where dust grains race past, glowing faintly in rising infrared warmth. The collapsing core brightens with trapped heat, forming a dense rotating heart hidden behind thick veils. Red infrared glow spreads outward like embers deep within a cosmic forge preparing to ignite creation. A protostar emerges unseen, wrapped in swirling ribbons of accretion streams feeding its growing mass silently.
Streams of gas twist inward, each fall of matter increasing gravity's pull and tightening the forming star. We move through the accretion disk, watching glowing arcs collide and cascade around the rising proto-sun. At the center, pressure builds relentlessly as atoms compress tighter than any force the cloud has known. The core blazes bright in infrared waves, hidden beneath swirling dust but trembling with approaching ignition. At 10 million degrees, hydrogen fuses into helium, releasing sudden flashes that mark the moment of birth. A brilliant surge erupts outward, pushing dust aside as the protostar stabilizes in a radiant newborn blaze. For the first time, the sun's visible light pierces the nebula, illuminating swirling golden and blue bands. Solar winds roar outward, sweeping debris in vast curling arcs and clearing space around the young star. Near its heat, volatile materials evaporate, leaving rock and metal, the building blocks of inner planets. Farther out, icy materials drift together, forming thick layers around growing cores of giant planets. The sun's gravity organizes swirling bodies into graceful orbital lanes that will endure for eons. In the inner system, molten proto-worlds glow under constant impacts, shaping their violent early surfaces. A Mars-sized body strikes young Earth, casting molten debris into orbit in a colossal fiery collision. From that debris, fragments coalesce slowly into the bright sphere that will become the Moon's first form. Solar wind sweeps away remaining dust, revealing a newborn system emerging beneath the sun's steady glow. Jupiter swells into a massive, storm-filled world, settling into orbit and shaping the outer architecture. Saturn's rings gleam with icy brilliance, forming delicate arcs shimmering gently beneath distant sunlight. Uranus and Neptune drift into their cold orbits, glowing softly in the frozen reaches of the outer system. The sun now burns steadily, its golden light stretching across a structured and slowly calming system. We pull back to see planets aligned around the radiant sun, each following the path gravity quietly defined. Farther still, the solar system appears as a delicate glowing disk suspended in endless cosmic night. Dust motes drift through sunlight, carrying the seeds of future oceans, mountains, and worlds yet unimagined. Fade into darkness as we remember, from a collapsing cloud came a star, and in its light, life would awaken.
The king of the solar system had arrived, but the kingdom was in chaos. The leftover dust and gas didn't just disappear, it turned into rock. Millions of asteroids and planetoids smashing into each other in a brutal game of survival. In the newborn solar system, drifting clouds of firelit dust swirl around the rising sun's golden glow. Billions of rocky fragments tumble through unstable orbits, sunlight scattering sharply across their jagged edges. Two mountain-sized bodies collide violently, releasing molten debris in a blinding flash across the void. We drift through glowing dust fields where fractured stones fuse slowly into larger, more coherent bodies. Molten planetesimals rotate like drifting volcanic islands, their surfaces shimmering beneath the early starlight. A relentless chain of collisions reshapes the inner solar system, shockwaves flashing across forming worlds. Proto-Earth appears, glowing and battered, wrapped in crimson lava seas beneath a dark, fiery sky. Massive planetesimals battle for mass, spinning wildly as they crash, merge, and forge new planetary seeds. A continent-sized impactor slams into a proto-world, sending rivers of magma into drifting space. Our time-traveling view glides through a dense asteroid field, where tumbling boulders race past terrifyingly fast. Early Earth rotates amid constant bombardment, its surface rippling with violent molten tides of red-hot rock. In the distance, a Mars-sized world, Theia, moves silently through dust, drawn inward by inevitable gravity. Theia grows larger as it approaches, drifting majestically through clouds of ancient stone and glowing fragments. Earth and Theia lock onto a fatal trajectory, their heated surfaces glowing in gravitational anticipation. We pull back as darkness swallows the moment, leaving the looming impact suspended in silent tension. Far beyond, Jupiter forms in the cold outer system, swirling with massive storms rising from deep within. Its immense gravity bends nearby asteroids, twisting their orbits into chaotic, unpredictable new pathways. Countless asteroids are flung inward, glowing fiercely as they accelerate past Jupiter's powerful influence. Some smash into young planets, carving vast craters and reshaping surfaces into molten, cratered landscapes. Others are pushed outward, forming the early asteroid belt, glittering fragments suspended in cold, eternal night. Farther still, Saturn emerges, its early ring material swirling in faint luminous arcs of icy brilliance. The outer planets settle slowly as leftover debris scatters into the widening solar system's expanding calm. In the inner system, Earth begins cooling between impacts, magma oceans darkening beneath thick volcanic clouds. Violent impacts continue carving basins and raising mountains across a world still struggling to take shape. Gradually, collisions lessen as most debris is shattered, swallowed, or locked into stable planetary orbits. A quiet emerges as planets align in young sunlight, their surfaces cooling beneath a gentler cosmic sky. We drift past Earth, Mars, Jupiter, and beyond, each world gliding in harmonious, newly settled motion. Farther back, the entire solar system glows softly, an intricate structure born from unimaginable ancient chaos. Dust from long-lost collisions drifts through sunlight, shimmering as it carries the earliest echoes of creation. And in the final darkness, we remember, from fire and violent impact emerged the fragile possibility of life.
From this violence, winners emerged. Gravity collected the debris, forging it in fire. One specific gathering of rock and magma began to take shape. It wasn't blue, it wasn't green, it was a ball of fire.
We descend into the young solar system, where dust and rock swirl through golden light around a newborn star. Fragments of molten rock collide and fuse in zero gravity, each impact shaping the earliest building blocks of Earth. A glowing proto-Earth emerges, an incandescent sphere of liquid magma rotating beneath towering vapor plumes. Rivers of molten rock flow endlessly across its surface, forming shimmering oceans of fire under a dark sky. From above, the planet appears as a world without oceans or continents, only swirling chaos and molten intensity. A distant reddish world, Theia, drifts slowly into Earth's gravitational path, shimmering beneath early starlight. As both worlds approach, their atmospheres distort, stretching under tidal forces that signal an inevitable collision. Theia strikes Earth in a catastrophic explosion, vaporizing rock and erupting plasma across a blinding horizon. A molten ring of superheated debris spirals into orbit, glowing like a fiery halo around the shattered planet. Fragmentation slows as the debris forms a swirling accretion disk, sparks and plasma dancing in silent orbit. Gradually, debris clumps together into a glowing proto-moon suspended above the fractured, recovering world. Earth becomes a global magma ocean once more, wrapped in a choking atmosphere of steam, carbon dioxide, and sulfur. Meteorites rain continually across its molten surface, carving craters and vaporizing into bursts of glowing fire. Lightning illuminates giant storm clouds, revealing lava rivers stretching thousands of kilometers across the planet. Heat radiates into space, forming darker cooling streaks that break through the planet's fiery surface. Islands of solid rock emerge like drifting plates atop the molten ocean, the first fragments of Earth's crust. Volcanoes erupt along newborn boundaries, sending pillars of ash and lava into the dense reddish sky overhead. A thick, toxic atmosphere churns violently, filled with volcanic gases, steam, and sulfur carried by fierce winds. We glide through the stormy sky, lightning exposing glowing lava lakes scattered across the turbulent landscape. Steam begins condensing into shimmering clouds as Earth cools enough for vapor to linger above the crust. Ice-rich asteroids strike the hot surface, releasing bursts of water vapor that rise into the growing atmosphere. Water-bearing minerals release steam from volcanic vents, enriching the sky with the ingredients for future oceans. The thickening crust widens into larger plates, hinting at the continents that will one day shape Earth's surface. Volcanic arcs glow along deep fissures, illuminating the young world in shifting bands of red, orange, and gold. The early atmosphere grows denser, cooling enough for layered storm clouds to blanket the entire planet. Raindrops fall for the first time, evaporating instantly on contact with the burning crust, releasing bursts of steam. The planet rotates beneath massive cloud bands, dark continents forming slowly as the world continues cooling. A glowing young moon hangs low in the sky, stabilizing Earth's rotation and shaping its earliest tides. Steam thickens into global cloud cover as invisible oceans begin forming within the deepening atmospheric layers. And as Earth glows beneath swirling clouds, we remember, from fire came a world destined to cradle life.
But the chaos was far from over. Our young Earth was a seething cauldron of magma, a toxic atmosphere of sulfur and methane. No life could survive this hell. Then, a shadow fell across the world, a planet the size of Mars, called Theia. Destined for destruction, two worlds on a collision course. The impact was catastrophic. It nearly tore our planet apart, instantly liquefying the crust. Trillions of tons of debris were blasted into orbit. A ring of fire surrounded Earth. Gravity began its work once more. Dust and rock clumped together in violent motion. And so, our guardian was born, a massive glowing moon ruling the night sky. As the bombardment slowed, the surface began to darken. The first solid ground emerged. The stage was set for the next miracle. Coming soon, cooling and the first oceans.